Hello everyone, welcome to Achievers IAS classes. Let's begin our discussion on the current events of 17th December 2018. The first issue news is regarding the Watan Ko Jana program. It is organized by the Department of Jammu and Kashmir Affairs of the Home Ministry with an aim to give exposure to the youth and children of Jammu and Kashmir about the cultural and socio-economic development taking place in other parts of the country. Under the program, students are selected from classes 1 to 12 and particular focus is laid on youth and children who are hit by militancy and are from weaker sections of the society. The next issue news is regarding ISRO's GSAT-7A satellite, which was launched using the geosynchronous satellite launch vehicle. The GSAT-7A is designed specifically for military operations, and the satellite is expected to add a whole new dimension to the way that the Indian Air Force interlinks, operates and communicates with its aircrafts. This is the first such satellite which has been primarily built for the Indian Air Force to qualitatively unify its assets and improve the combined and common intelligence during operations. Also, it will support the aerial activities of the Army and the Navy and promote integrated action of these forces. The satellite, which is equipped with a Ku-band transponder, provides real-time aircraft-to-aircraft communication and would enhance the current coverage which is provided by the ground communication systems such as radars and stations of the Army. Further, even out of sight and remote areas where these ground infrastructure and their signals would be difficult to reach can be reached using the GSAT-7A satellite. On that note, let's move on to the next issue, which is regarding the Information Fusion Center for the Indian Ocean region. The Navy will formally inaugurate the Information Fusion Center, which will provide information on commercial shipping to be exchanged with the countries in the Indian Ocean region in order to improve the maritime domain awareness in the Indian Ocean. The center has been established at the Navy's Information Management and Analytics Center in Gurugram, which is the single point center linking all the coastal radar chains in order to generate a seamless real-time picture of our coastline. Initially, the information exchange at the center would be undertaken by virtual means, telephone calls, and other means such as video conferencing, but subsequently there are plans to host officers from other foreign countries for mutual collaboration and exchange of information over the various concerns and threats which are prevalent in the region. The information is primarily available through the automatic identification system, which is fitted on the merchant ships with more than 300 gross registered tonnage as mandated by the International Maritime Organization. Such multilateral agreements are necessitated due to the fact that large traffic in the Indian Ocean region cannot be entirely monitored by any one nation. The final issue news today is regarding the United Nations Climate Change Conference, which was recently held in Poland. During the conference, delegates from nearly 200 states finalized a common rulebook which was designed to deliver on the Paris goals of limiting global temperature rise to well below 2 degrees Celsius, highlighting the devastating floods, droughts and extreme weather which have been made worse by the climate change. The participating countries focused on framing this common rulebook in order to implement the Paris Climate Treaty. The core of the negotiations were about how each nation funds the actions needed to mitigate and adapt to climate change, as well as how those actions were to be reported. Towards this, developing nations wanted more clarity from the developed and richer nations over the future climate fight and how it is to be funded. Another contentious issue was regarding the integrity of carbon markets by integrating the various distinct exchanges in China, European Union and parts of US. Further, the Paris Agreement also calls for setting up a mechanism to guard against practices such as double counting emission savings, which could undermine such a market. For those who have a doubt on what a carbon market means, it is essentially monetizing carbon emissions in the financial markets. One of the major disappointments from the conference was the lack of ambition to reduce emissions, particularly from countries such as US, Saudi Arabia, Russia and Kuwait. However, this has been hailed as a landmark deal and will further look into it based on the future developments.
On that note, I'm wrapping up today's news analysis. Do like, share and comment to support this initiative. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.